Spider-Man is back. Not only back, but he's back in black. I'm talking about Spider-Man Venom War #1. Yo, what are we waiting on? Roll that intro, cuz. Yeah. What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy Earth Mac, the Mad Scientist, and this is Comic Book Declassified, the Orange Phoenix Show, where we talk about the most recent issues that were released, as well as past comic books and stories, as well as character bios, if you ask for it. Now, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell, and do not forget to stop by and visit our Geek Corner Discord. Man, we got multiple channels for multiple interests in geekdom, whether it's comic books, whether it's anime, whether it's manga, whether it's TV shows or movies, pro wrestling, you name it, we got a channel for it. Now, if you want to support our Patreon, go ahead and support our Patreon. We have our own digital bi-monthly magazine called Orange Phoenix Magazine, with the latest issue is going to be released later on this month, and with the $5 tier you are guaranteed bi-monthly that digital magazine, as well as access to these videos before it gets even aired on YouTube. Now we have a $15 tier. The $15 tier gives you access to all the things that I previously mentioned for the $5 tier, plus videos that we will never air on our YouTube channel. So there you go. Stick around to the end of this video, because I will tell you what are we going to be covering next week. Now, let's get into some Spider-Man Venom War #1. Let me just say that the black suit Spider-Man is my favorite costume that Spider-Man has in his arsenal. Anytime there's a black suit Spider-Man, I'm like over the moon for it. I feel like that's when he's at his best. When I watched Spider-Man, the animated series, and they had the alien symbiote and he had the black suit, that is my all-time favorite episode. Yeah, he was younger then, and it changed his attitude a little bit. But you know what? Spider-Man needs a little bit of an attitude. But in Venom War #1, Venom finds Peter Parker, and they actually have a conversation. And Peter basically says, hey, come join me, but not bond with me. Let's have a conversation as we fight crime together. Like, yes, I understand what you got going on, because Venom's basically saying, hey man, I'm on the run because people are trying to kill me. Other symbiotes are trying to kill me. Eddie, Dylan, you name it. You the person that I can trust the most. I understand the history that we have. I do apologize for all the things that I put you through, and this is the reasons behind this. And then Peter obviously says, listen man, okay, I get it. I got you. Come join me. So obviously you see him well swing through New York in his black suit, and they're having conversations with each other. And one thing you need to know is that Spider-Man's spider senses is not tingling the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? So it's not alerting him of danger, because it's going off randomly and there's no danger around him. So basically his spider senses are null and void at this point. But considering the fact that Venom is just a separate thinking, entity, he tells Venom, listen, can you be my eyes and ears? So if there's danger approaching us, let me know so I can act accordingly. And as he says this, Hobgoblin shows up. And, not for nothing, Hobgoblin is one of my favorite villains. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the glider, pumpkin bombs. I don't know what it is. But this particular Hobgoblin is a little strange. This particular Hobgoblin is not Hobgoblin at all. It's actually a regular civilian. And the glider runs into this building, and the symbiote saves Peter. So the symbiote and Peter are actually working together. He's like, listen, this is not Ned, this is not Roderick, something's just amiss, something is going on. And then later on, as you go further into the comic, you see hobgoblins, multiple hobgoblins. Obviously Roderick is the one that's leading the pack. Now, as these battles is going on, I mean, it's just one Spider-Man. Even though you have the symbiote Spider-Man, and even though his powers is amplified a little bit, I mean, if you think about Hobgoblin, what his abilities are, he's throwing pumpkin bombs. Pumpkin bombs is fire. The symbiote is weak against fire. So he's sort of kind of having a difficult time, but the symbiote lets him know that, hey, you're still thinking like a spider. Like, a lot has changed over the years. Allow me to show you what is going on. And so at this point, the symbiote lets out these chains. Like, this is part of the symbiote costume now, which is a little bit of an upgrade with the casual weapon. So, you know, Venom basically, I wouldn't say take over, but it gives Peter a little bit of an advantage. He's able to dodge the things that he needs to dodge. He's able to keep himself safe, and as well as Venom. And as Spider-Man goes through these battles, there's some iconic wording here, and I have to say it. And the symbiote says, we are, and Peter says, still on the clock, we are saving people. We are not giving up. We are Spider-Man. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, that line right there is dope, because typically you hear him say, we are Venom. So he's still having a hard time with Hobgoblin, and then all of a sudden he gets help from no other than Jackpot. Now, put a pin in that for a second. Jackpot is actually Mary Jane. I'm gonna have to vent just a little bit, because she has this bracelet on her arm that basically is a slot machine. So it lets, basically whatever it lands on, it gives her certain abilities. But if it lands on 3 skulls, then she instantly die. I don't know if that's just a plot device, because, you know, confessedly enough, I haven't read like previous issues, but I do know Mary Jane and Peter broke up, and we are not happy about that. I'm gonna just let you know right now, I'm not happy about that at all. It just seems awkward. For 3, I wouldn't put on a bracelet that gives me a random 3 skulls that I might die, but it might give me other powers in the process. Like, I'm gambling with my life, literally. I get it, you know, it's Jackpot, but nah, I wouldn't be doing that. But Mary Jane helps out Spider-Man, and they actually was able to subdue Hobgoblin and save civilians at the same exact time. So now you come to find out that Hobgoblin wasn't really working alone. It was working alongside a symbiote, and this symbiote is arachnoid. And Venom actually says it is impossible. I thought it was only a legend of Clintar, the mind who consumes all encounters the arachnoid. Peter, nothing has ever survived its touch. It was feared even by Null, the former King of Black. If we're going to have a chance, I cannot just be your costume. You must be my host. The bond remade our minds as one. We must be together. We must be Venom. Holy crap, man. I'm telling you right now, that's how that thing is. Spider-Man Venom War #1, a bonded Spider-Man. Because honestly, people was like, I wouldn't say upset, but you know, I would say last week or so, we did a video on Black Widow, because Black Widow has a symbiote as well. But it was like, everybody getting these power upgrades, but what about Peter? What about him? What about his needs, man? Like, Peter always going through these woes or whatever the case may be, but he got the OG. He has the Venom symbiote, and Venom actually telling him, we have to bond now. It can't just be us working as a team. Otherwise, we will not survive. Mary Jane will not survive. This is not a situation where you need to be playing around. Now, if you are interested in reading more about Spider-Man, the Venom War #1, go ahead and check out your Kindle app and your Comixology and visit your nearest comic book store, because, hey, this doesn't just cover Spider-Man. We got Black Widow, we got Eddie Brock and Venom, but there's a whole Venom War comic series. All this stuff is going to a great big symbiotic war. So go ahead and check that out. I know I skipped some parts because I did it for a reason, because I want to just stir your curiosity. I want you to go out and support your nearest comic book store and go out there and read, because sometimes I feel like, you know, reading is a lost art, and we need to bring that back, man. Expand your vocabulary, expand your imagination. Now, this is the end of our video. So obviously, I'm gonna let you know what are we going to cover next week. Now, we're going to journey into space a little bit. We're gonna go into some Star Wars. I got some Star Wars Rogue Squadron Volume 1. Going to be covering that, as well as Aliens. Gonna be covering Aliens as well. Now, if you haven't seen Alien Romulus, you might want to go see Alien Romulus. But yo, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was short and sweet, but do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell, and go ahead and leave us some comments below of what we can do to further expand our channel. So until next time, y'all, peace.